Absolutely, Deepthi, but at this very point of time, you see, as you said, that the elephant in the room is China. You have people commenting as well, but as far as the reception of the Prime Minister is concerned, local time, it's going to take not more than 2 hours. That Prime Minister is going to land in New York. So within the next 120 minutes, Prime Minister is going to be here. I'm directly going to go to the people. Mr. Reddy, what's the expectation of a common Indo-American with the first state visit of Prime Minister Modi?
Yeah, we're very excited. First of all, the fact that India is under the guidance of Modi, governance of Modi, is the fastest growing economy in the world. And we have to, this is a win-win situation for America and India. First, we're talking about money and capitalism and technology. We're talking about security and military cooperation and just the global growth in this partnership. And therefore, it makes perfect sense for President Biden to invite Prime Minister Modi, because we are talking about the new frontiers that these two countries can go forward with.
No, but you say that it's a win-win situation, but China is trying to play a spoil sport. China is just not happy about it.
Yeah, why should an enemy will be happy with when other countries...
No, the enemy is our neighbor, and we are trying to keep a working relationship with China as well.
Yeah, because that's always the geopolitics, right? We can't we can't separate from the neighbors, but the thing is that we have a good business with China, right? So we have more than $100 billion business with China, and we have to keep our factory running if we want a business with China. And it's vice versa too for the China too, right? Because they are getting the money. China may be unhappy because they are seeing now India and the US is growing, the partnership is growing at a different level. They are not like Pakistan have a master-slave relationship, right? India has a partner with the US. So that's the difference China is very well seeing. And as Dr. Reddy said, it's a win-win situation because India has the brain power and US has the technology power. So if both work together, and it will be win-win situation for both of them.
What do you think? That this combination which is being talked about, yes, Prime Minister Modi is being given a pedestal. Both the leaders, the Republican leader and the Democrat leader has invited you. He's going to be the only Prime Minister of India to be addressing the US Congress for the second time. But when you talk about implementation of these bilaterals, you see that happening this time?
Oh yes, definitely. And even before the Modi ji coming here, it has been established that they will be talking about this security deal and drone deal and Mark II engine deals. And these are like already, these have been already established by the back channeling that these deals will happen. And a lot of benefit will actually come in terms of trade and support. And China being China's factory.
China being China. China is being China. Jagdishji, China is an over-aggressive, we are seeing a very over-aggressive China under the leadership of President Xi. Prime Minister Modi, in not these many words, but have very categorically said that India is happy being a net peace provider than a net security provider. So we are happy providing peace to the nation, to the world. But China is trying to play a spoil sport at very different way, because we also have a bilateral trade with China, and that's very important. Of course. And our bilateral trade with the US, Deepthi, stands at $190 billion at this very point of time. But China is somewhere or the other trying to threaten, as soon as it came to know that we are having those very specific defense deals, Jagdish.
Bilkul, China is really threatened. Why I threatened, I don't know. We have a good relationship with China, I mean trade relationship with China. Too, China is our second big trading partner. So China is afraid because of this Quad, first of all, Australia, Japan, USA and India. And why it is happening? Because China is playing a bully. If China, like India, start behaving like a peace-loving country, this question will not arise. China is
hoping against hope, Jagdishji, for that.
No, I totally understand. I am hoping against hope. But China has to realize that India is one of the largest economy in the world. And China...
The world is realizing. I'll only say this much, Jagdish, that the world is realizing. But before I hand it over back to you, Deepthi, Reddy sir, the way things are being termed, defense deals, business deal, Elon Musk is going to be here to meet the Prime Minister. These important bilaterals, apart from the government-to-government bilateral, these are also very important.
Yes, absolutely. They're all very important. And I think that's why this particular visit is really important, not just the state dinner, but also the speech by Prime Minister Modi to the Congress and the Senate. And so this is critically.
Prime Minister of India to be addressing the US Congress twice.
Absolutely, and I saw the letter, the invitation, and they actually mentioned the speech Prime Minister Modi gave the last time he addressed, and he talked about the futuristic approach and has lived up to the promise. And as we know, bottom line is money and technology and security. And if you look at the money and the futuristic approach, India being the fastest growing country on the planet today, why not? America is smart. It partners with the fast economic growth.
I think India and American partnership is very important for not only for India but for America as well. और उसी का रीज़न है कि American government has invited Prime Minister Modi for the second state visit in 9 years. That's a very big honor for Indians, for Prime Minister Modi, for all Indians across the world, that we have been recognized not only by the US President.
Absolutely, sir. You were mentioning about technology exchange.
Yeah, see, this visit is only on the technology exchange because now India has used the drones over there and they have passed the...
But we've made sure, Ankush, that the AMC, the maintenance has to happen on the Indian shores.
Yeah.
So the technology exchange has to be complete. It can't be that you can give us the hardware, but for software we have to come back to New York.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they are saying that they are giving 80% of technology, right? In 80%, I expect that. I haven't seen the deal because I'm not a, right? But when I heard on the news channel 80% of technology exchange happens, it means the maximum technology is being done. And as per the Made in India initiative, which was taken by this administration, the Modi administration, I think that's a very subtle step they have taken towards the advancement of the exchange technology between India and...
Advancement. So, Deepthi, that's the sense you are getting here from New York, whether it's the defense deal, whether it's the corporate one-on-one, whether it's Elon Musk meeting the Prime Minister, that's also going to be a very important one. And as far as the defense deal,